secret about Serak that the Filipino martial artists understand this, and some of the old fencers understand it. I'm going to tell it to you now. In the Serak world, truly, the platforms, the panjars, are not just on the floor. They also pertain to a, let's say, 3 or 4 dimension where they're basically on the ground horizontally, at the level of the knees horizontally, at the level of the hips horizontally, at the levels of the chest horizontally, at the levels of the shoulders horizontally, at the level of the head, okay, and also vertically. Okay, I don't have a panjar here, I'm driving, but in the Filipino martial art, it's the escala, right? They have the British flag. So you could either lie that British flag down and work it with your feet, or you could put it vertically up and then work it with your stick and knife or whatever. Well, I have news for you. We do the same thing in Serak. They've been doing that since the 1800s. Okay, it's not new, and it's not just Filipino martial art. It's not just Indonesian martial art that does it. Fencing has done it for centuries. Okay. Again, in fencing, let's look at fencing. They study the line. They study how to give the line, how to give the thrust, and how to defend against the thrust. It's no different in Serak. So yes, we spend a lot of time doing demos so you can kind of get a test of the art and see the art, so you get exposed to the art. But remember this really, really clear thing. Unless you have felt the art, you will never know what that art is like. You're never going to know what it's like from watching it on YouTube, watching a VHS tape, or I don't even know if people use VHS anymore, watching it off a video that you buy off eBay, or a video that you buy on YouTube, or a seminar, streaming. You're never going to really understand the art unless you have somebody that can transmit what the art feels like, and can transmit to you what the structures feel like, what the timing is like, what the distances are like, what the positions are like. That has to be felt, and you need a qualified instructor, or at least a high-level player that has felt it, okay? I remember when I was first learning Serak, I was probably a couple years into it, and I was getting the crap beat out of me by my instructor. I mean, the crap beat out of me. This was with Guru Cliff Stewart at the time, and may he rest in peace. He passed away recently, and he's a good man, good Silat player. I'll leave it at that. He was under Pendekar Paul de Tours, and I remember he was literally kicking the crap out of me anytime I would train, and I would attack him any way possible. Straight line, angles, boxing, kickboxing, and every time he would shut me down. And I remember I was like, my jaw dropped on the floor, and I remember he had a mattress on the wall, and he was like, oh, the mattress is there for your safety, so that if I throw you, you land on the mattress, right? And anyhow, I remember I was just so blown away by the fact that it didn't matter what I did. He took me off balance, he hit me, sweep me, and as I'm landing on the floor, I'm still getting my ass kicked, right? And I remember him saying to me, you have to feel the art. If you don't feel the bump of it, of how it works, you're never going to get it, right? And fast forward, the same thing occurred with Guru Stephen Plink. You know, you have to feel it. When I would train with Guru Plink, you have to feel it. When I would train with Uncle Bill, my main Serak teacher, who I call my Serak father, or Sifu, we call him Babak, which is the same as Sifu. You know, he's now much older, and he goes a little bit, I don't want to say softer, but he goes slower, like a Tai Chi master, right? But when I met him when he was 19, he would knock the shit out of you, you know, and be like, oh, look, let me show you the energy of Chimande. Bam! And he'd bash you, and you'd go, God, that really hurt. And, you know, you transmit the art by feeling it, okay? So when you comment and say, oh, you know, these Serak guys, you know, the guy holds the punch out, and of course anybody can come and parry and do a pewter Kapala. Yes, you're right. We're just holding it out so that the other person can train their techniques, train their position, train their openings, their entries and whatnot, okay? But after a while, that's like beginner level, and you're there for a couple years. Then you go to like intermediate, where I pull my punches now. I don't necessarily give you the sweep anymore. I don't let you I don't let you sweep me. I shut it down. Okay. Then we go to a higher level, which is the Serak player is always like a chess player, having 3 to 6 chess moves ahead of you every time. Okay. Kind of like a jiu-jitsu player on the floor, right? So another idea of this is the counter for counter, right? So I was going to make another video, but I'll touch on it right now, okay? So in countering for counter, in the beginning, you're taught to counter after you have been taken down, okay? Intermediate level, you're taught to counter as you're falling. And advanced level, you're taught to counter right as any kind of touch or connection is made, either with the upper or lower body. And then a high level, you preemptively counter by using timing, which means as they're trying to hit you, you've hit them already, or you've swept them already, or you've taken them off balance, or you've struck them either with upper and lower body. That is a similar concept to what Bruce Lee was trying to do with the stop hit, okay? However, the stop hit is more in the time of a interception. Okay, that's why he called it the way of intercepting fist. In Serak, it's a little different. Okay, I'm going to leave you with a clue. If I throw a punch at you, a straight punch, okay, we think of a beat like 1, right? Okay, if I throw a punch, now if I have a way to, let's say, slow down time or compress time, okay? If I micromanage the movement of the punch, every muscle movement, I now have sectors. Here's sector 1, sector 2, sector 3, sector 4, sector 5 when I connect, okay? I'm going to leave you with this. All of those sectors, you have to study dealing with that punch in the proper timing, in the proper structure. So now, when I'm punching you, you can decide at what part of that punch you're going to be countering me. All right? I hope that helps. If you like my videos, click like and subscribe. Write in the comments anything you want, anything you'd like to see, anything you'd like to talk about, anything you'd like me to chat about. I hope this helps. You know, I like to clarify and demystify a little bit the art. And I also do like to make it accessible to people. But at the same time, it's important to understand that it's always been a family art. It's always been a closed-door system. And with that, I want to thank my teacher, Babak Willem de Toires. And I want to thank all the Serak teachers that have helped me on my path. And of course, Bak Serak. So, thank you.